And I've already started with my chains. I have 26 chains, and as we did on the back part, we're gonna work our first row with single crochet. So I'm gonna skip the first chain, go to the second one and work one single crochet, next stitch single crochet, next one single crochet. So this is the third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and keep working one single crochet up until you finish your chains. I'm gonna have a total of 25 single crochet when I finish my first row. I finished my first row with 25 single crochet, and now I'm gonna follow the same exact steps as I did for the back part to complete rows 2 to row 2 to row 18. So I'm gonna chain 1 and turn my work. I'm gonna work 1 double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, count 1, 2, 3, put your hook in the fourth stitch, and work 3 double crochet in the same stitch, 2, 3, chain 1, count 1, 2, 3, put your hook in the fourth, and work 3 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 1, count 1, 2, 3, put your hook in the fourth, and work 3 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 1, count 1, 2, 3, put your hook in the fourth, and work 3 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 1, count 1, 2, 3, put your hook in the fourth, and work 3 double crochet, chain 1, and count 1, 2, 3, and put your hook in the fourth, which is your last stitch, and work 1 double crochet, chain 1, turn the work, and now up to row 18 we're gonna follow the same exact pattern as we did for the back part. So always make 1 double crochet for the first stitch, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the second out of the 3 double crochet of the previous row, and finish your row with a chain 1 and a double crochet in your last stitch. So I'm gonna work up to row 18, and then I'm gonna turn my video back on again and see how we're gonna do the decreases for the front part. Okay, so I've already chained 1 to start row 19 to start with my decreases, and what I'm going to do is I am going to put a stitch marker on the side where I am going to work my decreases for the armhole, and the other side is going to be the decreases for the V opening. So what I have to be careful is that I want the right side of the single crochet that I made in the first row, I want them to be on the right side. I do not want them to be on the opposite because it's not going to look right on my project. So I'm going to put a stitch marker on the side where I am going to work the decreases for the armhole. Okay, so let's start. So this is row 19, and I'm going to put my hook in the first double crochet, and I'm going to work a double crochet, chain 1, and this is going to be the decrease. Instead of working 3 double crochet in here, we're going to work only 1 double crochet, chain 1. The rest of the row is going to be worked regularly up until we reach our last set of 3 double crochet, where we're only going to work 1 double crochet again. So in the next set we're going to work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and this is our last set of 3 double crochet, so I'm only going to work 1, chain 1, and 1 double crochet in our last stitch. Chain 1, and we are going to continue working our decreases. So I'm going to put my hook in the first stitch, and I'm going to take the yarn and pull it through the first 2 loops, and I'm going to leave the last 2 on my hook, grab the yarn, put your hook in the next double crochet, grab the yarn, pull through the 2 loops, and now we have 3 loops on our hook. Grab the yarn, pull through all of those 3 loops. So I work those 2 double crochet together, and now I have 1 stitch over here. So in the next row I'm going to have the rows regular again. So I'm going to have my first double crochet, the sets of 3 double crochet, and 1 double crochet in the end again. So chain 1. In the next set we're going to work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now I'm going to put my hook in the next double crochet, grab the yarn, pull through the first 2 loops, wrap the yarn around once, put your hook in the last double crochet, grab the yarn, pull through the first 2 loops, and now we have 3 loops on our hook. Grab the yarn, pull through all of those 3 loops, chain 1, and turn your work. So this is going to be a row with no decreases, so I'm going to put my hook in the first stitch, and I'm going to work a double crochet, chain 1, put your hook in the next set of 3 and work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, put your hook in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, put your hook in the next set of 3 and work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and put your hook in the last stitch and work 1 double crochet, chain 1, and turn your work. So this is going to be a row of decreases, and I am only going to decrease on the side where I'm working my V opening. Right here where I have my stitch marker, this side is the armhole, so I'm not going to work any more decreases on this side. So I'm always going to be working the last set of 3 and the double crochet. I'm going to work them regularly. I'm only going to work decreases on this side over here. So I chained 1, put your hook in the first stitch and work a double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next set of 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 1 double crochet in my last stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. So I'm still not working any decreases on the side with the armhole. So 1 double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now put your hook in the next double crochet, grab the yarn, pull through the first 2 loops, wrap the yarn around once, put your hook in the last double crochet, grab the yarn, pull through 2 loops, grab the yarn, pull through all of those 3 loops, chain 1, and turn your work. So this is going to be the last row, and we do not want to end our project in a row where we worked decreases. we always want to have this extra row where we crochet the regular pattern, where we're going to have the 1 double crochet, sets of 3, and 1 double crochet. So put your hook in the first stitch and work a double crochet, chain 1, work 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next set of 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 and 1 double crochet in your last stitch, chain 1, pull the yarn and tighten up. Okay, so this is our armhole and this is our V opening. So it might seem a little like it's caving in, but once we sew it on and we work a row of single crochet around our work at the end, it's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and work the other side off camera. We always want to have the stitch marker on the side where we're working the decreases for the armhole. This way we know that the single crochet on the first row is on the right side, because if we do not have it on the right side, we do not want to have the one piece with a single crochet on the right side and the other piece with a single crochet on the other side. It might be a minor detail, but well, we want it to be nice, worked and neat. So let's go ahead and make the other piece of camera, and then I'm going to turn my video back on and see how we're going to join our sleeveless jacket. I have attached the one side of camera and we're going to attach the other side together, and we want the side with the stitch marker to be on the side with the armhole. So I want to have, this is the good side, so I want on the front to have the single crochet on the right side, and on the back as well. This is the back side of my jacket. I want the single crochet to be on the right side as well. And since I have that on since I have both sides where I want them to be, I'm going to take out the stitch marker and I am going to put it right here where I have started my decreases. So I've started my decreases here on this row, so I'm going to put my stitch marker here. This is where I'm going to work my last slip stitch. So this is the row where I started decreasing. Here the row started decreasing, and here's where I put my stitch marker. I want to put the stitch marker on the same exact spot on the opposite side as well. So here's where we started decreasing, so here's where the stitch marker gonna go. Okay, since we attached both sides, now I'm going to turn my work on the wrong side. Okay, so I'm gonna start working slip stitches from the first stitch. So now when we work on the horizontal side of a double crochet, so this is the horizontal side of the double crochet when we have it sideways. When we work on a double crochet sideways, we have to have 2 stitches. Each double crochet is completed in 2 stitches. So if I only work 1 slip stitch in here, it's going to seem as if I'm working decreases. So we want to make sure that we are attaching both sides in 2 stitches from each double crochet. So let's see what I mean. So I'm going to take the yarn and I'm going to put my hook in the first single crochet in the first row, and in the first single crochet in the first row on the back side. Okay, so I'm going to take the yarn and pull it through both stitches and chain 1 to attach it. So now I'm going to go in the double crochet on the first side, where I'm going to put my hook somewhere in the middle of the stitch, and in the middle of the stitch of the first double crochet in the opposite side and work a slip stitch. So just take the yarn through all of the loops. Now I'm going to put my hook on the top of the first double crochet in the first side and on the top on the first double crochet on the opposite side, and I'm going to work a slip stitch. This way our rows are aligned when we complete attaching, when we complete joining, and it will not shrink. So I'm going to put my hook somewhere in the middle of the on the next double crochet on the front side, and somewhere in the middle on the double crochet on the opposite side, and work a slip stitch. So on the top of the double crochet on the front side and on the top of the double crochet in the opposite side, slip stitch. In the middle of the double crochet on the front side, in the middle of the double crochet in the opposite side, and slip stitch. In the top of the double crochet on the front side, in the top of the double crochet in the opposite side, slip stitch. In the middle of the double crochet on the front side, in the middle of the double crochet in the opposite side, on the top of the double crochet on the front side, and on the top of the double crochet in the opposite side. So this is how we're going to continue working our slip stitches, and when I reach my stitch marker, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how we're going to finish off and how we're going to join the top. So just go ahead and keep working 2 slip stitches in on top of every double crochet. So 1 in the middle and 1 in the top, 1 in the middle, 1 in the top, and we want to be grabbing the same double crochet on both sides and in the same stitch. So if you're grabbing the middle of the front, you have to grab the middle of the back as well. So let's go ahead and finish off camera, and when I do 2, I'm going to turn the video back on. Okay, so I've reached the point where I'm going to take out the stitch marker and work my last slip stitch on the top of the double crochet on those both sides. Slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So this is how it looks like. This is where we were joining. So I'm just gonna stretch it a little bit because the yarn is colorful and it's kind of difficult to see. See how all of my rows are aligned together because I was slip stitching in the same spot on the one side and on the other side as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it on the side that we're working the slip stitches again. This is the side that we're working the slip stitches. So now we are going to join the top. Okay. So just going to grab some yarn and attach it. I'm going to put my hook on the first double crochet on the front side and on the first double crochet on the opposite side. Take the yarn, pull it through both sides and chain 1. So now we're going to put our hook under the chain 1 space and work a slip stitch, we're going to put our hook in the first double crochet on the front side, the first out of the 3 on the back side, and slip stitch. Second double crochet on the front side, second double crochet on the back side, and slip stitch. Third double crochet on the front side, third double crochet on the back side. Chain 1, put your hook under both chain 1s and slip stitch. First stitch on the front side, first in the back, and slip stitch. Second stitch on the front side, second on the back, and slip stitch. Third stitch on the front side, third in the back, and slip stitch. Now we're at the chain 1 spaces. Put your hook under and work a slip stitch, and put your hook in the last double crochet in the front and in the first out of the 3 on the back. And this happened because we worked more decreases for the V opening than we did for the armhole. So the last stitch is going to be the 1 double crochet in the first double crochet of the next set of 3. Slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So this is the wrong side, this is the right side of our sleeveless jacket. Just open up the slip stitches a little bit. Okay, so this is how our jacket looks like so far. So what we're going to do now is we're going to weave in all of our ends, and once I do that, I'm going to turn back on and see how we're going to crochet a few rows of single crochet around to make the endings look better.